published 1742 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 12th of May 2018, updated 4:06 Eastern Daylight Saving Time, the 13th of May 2018. Lewis Hamilton should have let out a sigh of relief as he took pole position for the Spanish Grand Prix, and wrested back control of his World Championship defense, but he immediately hissed his disapproval at Formula One's meddlesome new rulers. Step forward Ross Brawn for a pelting. The Big Bear is the technical leader of the sport's new era under Liberty Media and, in his wisdom, has ushered in aerodynamic changes for next season, the idea to increase overtaking. The drawback, a reduction in speed of some second and a half per lap. Lewis Hamilton left, and Sebastian Vettel hit out at rule proposals for the 2019 season. Hamilton's comments came after he pipped Valtteri Bottas left, and Vettel to Spanish GP pole. Hamilton, whose pole was his first since the opening race in Melbourne, was unimpressed, saying, "We always want to go faster and improve technology and push the boundaries. One of the exciting things this year is we are breaking records. We should be at least as fast next year. We are making racing better." Sebastian Vettel, who will start third and is 4 points behind Hamilton, said, "I agree. I find it comical. In 2009, it was decided to have less aerodynamics and have better racing, but it didn't change too much. Then we said the cars are too slow, so let's put more aero on the car and make the cars wider and more spectacular." All the feedback from the drivers was positive. It has made it more challenging, and you see us more exhausted after races. And yet we now want to make them slower again. It is a bit like cruising to America and changing direction 100 times. Ross Brawn is behind the move, which could cause cars to go 1.5 seconds a lap slower in 2019. Hamilton makes his way round the Barcelona track on Saturday in his Mercedes car. They should ask us drivers what we need. We're driving. Not that we say we know everything, but we know how the cars feel and the limitations on overtaking. But we are never really asked. Alas, Brawn is not in Barcelona this weekend to hear the complaints directly. His plans, modified front and rear wings and front brake ducts to make it easier for cars to follow each other, have already been criticized by Red Bull boss Christian Horner, who said they had been rushed through. So why meddle? Hamilton's pole yesterday was 3 seconds quicker than his pole lap a year ago, though that pace will be surrendered in the doubtful pursuit of closer racing. And actually, is the action so bad now? No, we have enjoyed a keen start to the season. Vettel congratulates Hamilton on his pole position lap at the Circuit de Catalunya. The British driver poses for a selfie after securing pole ahead of the big race on Sunday. This row takes us to the heart of the impasse in Hamilton's contract situation. Bernie Ecclestone said, "I don't think Lewis is sure what is happening in Formula One, and that's why he is delaying. Clarity, a proper way forward, is called for, but several people here are privately asking whether Brawn is the man to redraw the rules post-2020, the big change in the landscape that awaits. Is he dictatorial enough, or too much of a consensus builder in a sport whose rivalries defy cozy conciliation? Certainly, tinkering with next year's fair is an uncalled-for diversion." Back on track, history suggests it is very much a case of advantage Hamilton. Grid position counts heavily here. In only 3 of the 27 races at the Circuit de Catalunya has the winner come from outside the front row. Michael Schumacher from 3rd in 1996, Fernando Alonso from 5th in 2013 and Max Verstappen from 4th in 2016. Hamilton, twice winner in Barcelona, was 0.04 quicker than Valtteri Bottas, who completed Mercedes' front-row lockout. Vettel was followed in the timesheets by his Ferrari teammate Kimi Raikkonen. The Red Bulls of Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo were 5th and 6th fastest. Vettel will start third as he looks to close the 4-point gap on Hamilton in the championship. There was more misery at Williams, however, for whom Lance Stroll ended up in the gravel, his qualifying over ignominiously. Aghast Martin Brundle, commentating on Sky, said, "I've never seen an F1 car crash like that on the exit of turn 12 back in the Williams garage." A group of staff laughed loudly. "Excuse me, but this is the team Sir Frank Williams and Sir Patrick Head turned into a force that delivered 114 victories through drivers such as Piquet, Mansell and Prost. And now they are rattling around at the back with men not fit to lace the fuel." Sergei Sirotkin, funded by Russian Muda, and the hopeless Stroll. "It's a sad state of affairs." Also at the back of the grid will be Brendan Hartley, of Toro Rosso, who spun off dramatically during final practice. McLaren had one car in the top 10 shootout for the first time this year. Fernando Alonso squeezed in, but teammate Stoffel Vandoorne just missed out, with racing director Eric Boullier under great pressure for his job. 8th and 11th quickest was some much-needed improvement, if hardly a ringing endorsement.